And Tracy, by the way, I've got to call it. I think you know this. I've got to call it. I have about 30 minutes.
Well, that's how long our meeting is. We are brief, brilliant, and gone. That's our motto. So, you know what? Our future's so bright, we have to wear really big shades. I brought an extra pair in case anybody needs to borrow them. Want me to send them on through? Yeah? Okay. Cool. So we're excited. Oh, I hit myself in the glasses. We are all...
How's that look, Tracy?
That looks... So just so you know, Jordan, we have declared, because we have our bracelets on. You guys, everybody got your bracelets on? Because
Hold on.
I have my pin on though.
Not on. This is in case it doesn't work the first time.
You got two?
She's got a handful.
A handful.
That's awesome.
Okay. Well, very good.
Jordan's handing them out for trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
So, that's a good idea. I like it. So anyway, Jordan, just to make it really public here for you to hold us all accountable to, we've declared to have the biggest representation in Cancun. We're going to have the biggest and the craziest group there.
I like that a lot.
Okay, I already divulged that I was drinking Earl Grey tea, so he's probably not thinking that's
no. Well, it is a Thursday night, you know, so it's all right. I'm actually drinking water in a cruise, a glass I got on a Norwegian cruise line. I'm going to bring a different cruise glass every time. And, you know, it's got the lemon, and the crazy straw. All right, so let's get this party started.
Jackie says she's trying to get on, so she'll be there.
Okay, cool. Cool. So I would like to welcome all of our esteemed team members here from TeamInfinity. Thank you for joining us from all over the country. I mean, this is crazy. We've got, okay, you guys are going to have to help me. We've got Nebraska. We got is there 3 of you here today from Nebraska? Amanda and Sue and Tracy. And then we've got Pamela up there in Minnesota.
Woohoo! Minnesota!
Texas.
Go Bikes!
We got Rebecca in Louisiana. We got Becky and Flo in Kentucky, and also Steve from Kentucky. We got Rob in Florida. We've got myself in California. What other states do we have?
Texas.
Texas is here.
Texas.
Texas by way of Mississippi.
Nevada.
Yep. All right, so great representation. I think there's other people here that are just on the phone or muted, so excellent. All right, so hey, we have some recognition. Who got some points for Cancun this week?
Hello.
I did.
Tracy did. Woohoo! So Tracy sold a marketing bundle, correct? 1?
Yes, so
Okay.
I have 6 points total right now.
6 points
Good
total.
work, Tracy.
Yeah, setting the pace. So Tracy, you want to tell us about your one from this week?
Taylor is on the call, and she is going to be managing the account for her dad, but she is also a graphic artist. So she kind of freelances and does marketing. And her dad's a car salesman. He's actually at one of the dealerships that our window tinting company services. And so he's received cards from us over the years and liked them, and he just recently went full-time with his car sales and talked to me and said, I'd really like to use this. I want to step up my game. I think it would be helpful. And at the same time, Taylor moved back to the hometown where her dad lives so she can manage the account for him. And I thought it'd be lovely to have her on the call tonight because there's no representation in the town she's in, and I think with what she has her degrees in, it would be a good fit for her to see more about what we're about, so that if she'd like to become a distributor and sell this when she's doing marketing and graphic design for people, it would be a good fit.
Awesome. Well done. Excellent. Okay, anybody else want to share a win this week? Something awesome that happened for you?
I sold a marketing bundle this week.
Good job. Good job.
Yay for Sue!
It was I joined BNI. Actually went as a guest 2 weeks in a row. And I was going to keep coming back, though. They decided to let me pay and stay. But so it was my second time as a guest, and I met with one of the photographers as a marketing bundle. He's thinking about distributor, but I encouraged him to use it for a little while first. But he said he wants to show it to other photographers.
Yeah.
Awesome. So marketing bundle. That's what, and I remember watching the video from last week. By the way, Tracy, thank you so much for hosting the call last week in my stead. And
Yes, great job.
and that you had, hey Matt, that you
Hey.
had predicted that that's what that photographer was going to do, Tracy.
Yes.
That's right.
All right, set that intention and make it happen. Way to go, Sue. Anybody else have a win they'd like to share? Okay, I want to remind everybody that on the Google Sheets, the Google Docs, we're putting in our goal for the week, how many appointments we're going to do, how many Cancun points we're going to earn, and then putting in the result and then setting the new week. So remember to do that. Some of you are remembering, some of you maybe not so much. So that's all about team accountability and recognition.
I'll have to email you mine, Tracy, because I can't figure it out.
Okay,
Well, you don't have a Gmail account.
I'll have to show you on Zoom.
She doesn't have a Gmail account, though. I'll enter hers for her.
So we'll do that another time, but right now we have a really special guest. Of course, all of you who send out cards know who our Eagle distributor Jordan Adler is, #1 income earner in send out cards. A great friend, a great inspiration, not just to us in send out cards, but as the profession as a whole. And I know how busy he is. He's up flying people around his helicopter today and doing all kinds of crazy things. But we snagged him. We got him. So we are a privileged bunch here tonight. And I asked Jordan just to kind of share his thoughts about, going for contests, what that means to your business, what that means in terms of a leverage for recruiting, and how to make it happen. So Jordan, I'm just going to turn it over to you. Anything you want to say to us tonight is great. And we want to hear what your thoughts are, how you would go about it, going for a contest like that.
Sounds good. I'm looking. Am I looking kind of purple in the screen?
It's my favorite color, so that's
A
cool.
little bit.
I've got the Vegas Strip behind me here. I don't know if you can see. Take a look. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
It's still daylight.
It's still daylight, but the sun is going down, and the lighting in this place is just really horrible right now. But anyway, yeah. So these promotions, they're as I've learned that they're not motivating if you don't decide that you're going to go for it, right? If you're not going to go for it, it's not motivating. But as soon as you make a decision that you're going to go for it, it's extremely motivating. It's just as motivating for me. I'm going to earn the trip as well. I'm going out to do the work as well. And so I'm out, filling my calendar. And I got to tell you, the last 3 days, and I can feel things really percolating right now. I don't know if you're feeling the same thing, but there's so much activity going on. My phone's blowing up with people wanting to do three-way calls and schedule trainings. And I've got people, I put this on Facebook, I got people every day coming back to me wanting to engage and get their business going again. And it's a great, it's not even a problem. It's a great opportunity to have. And that just is a sign of what's to come, I think. So the Cancun trip is it's a game, and it's a fun game when you choose to play it. And it's just about, getting appointments on the calendar, asking people if they have the app. I posted something today on Facebook. And this just, it blows my mind when this happens, but it happens a lot. And that is, we've got not a huge team here in Vegas, but we've got working distributors here in Vegas, and they're just like everywhere. They're in the networking groups and things like that. And there's a couple that owns an art gallery here. He's an artist, and he creates his own artwork, and they're very, very plugged into the networking community, and they're very well known. And there's probably 30 send out cards distributors here in town that know who they are. And I asked them because I noticed I was in their gallery. I ended up in their gallery, and I asked them, I said, has anybody ever tried to set up an appointment with you to show you send out cards? Do you have the send out cards app on your phone? And they said no to both questions. And I said, let's get it on there. And so I said, I walked them through sending a card. I had them both send a card. I took my time, and it took me 20 minutes for both of them to send a card, and I walked them through it. I sat down with them. I went over the options, and I showed them the video, and they signed up for a marketing bundle on the spot with the $50. But nobody else. I gave the team, literally, I've known them for a while, and I literally gave the team a month and 5 weeks to do it. Somebody just do it, and nobody did it. And so, you know, it's not that hard. It's just asking somebody, and then it's just asking enough people, and then putting appointments on your calendar and walking people through it and taking your time. The key is to take your time. Like, block 30 minutes. This is the business. The business is sitting down with people and getting a commitment to have 30 minutes of their time uninterrupted. And that's a key word, uninterrupted. You're asking for 30 minutes of their uninterrupted time. And you take them step by step by step through showing them everything so that they can absorb it and take it in, and then make sure that they get a card and a gift or a card after that meeting. And if you'll just do that and maybe have a goal to show it at least, if you're part-time, at least once a day. If you're full-time, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 times a day. I'm showing the business now between myself and other people on my team probably 4 times a day, and I don't have to do it anymore, but I'm doing that. And because I want to earn the trip. And so if you just do that work, it's going to be so much fun. Any of you, I know Tracy's been on a bunch, and I've got so many great memories of the trips we've taken, Tracy, on the cruise ship and Florida. Yeah. Oh, so much fun.
Norwegian, this was one of our Norwegian ones.
Yeah. The stories that come back from those trips, and we do training and we go on excursions together, and, you know, we build friendships, and it's really worth it. And, you know, anybody can go on this trip. You could pay your own way on the trip, but it'd be really great to be recognized as somebody who had the trip paid for. And heck, I think it's 108 points represents 150%, right? 108.
Yes.
And if somebody's just consistent between now and the end of July, the end of March, if somebody's just consistent, they can earn the trip. And heck, even if you earn part of your trip, you know, just do what you can. But my goal personally, and I know, you know, after being around this business for a long time, I know what I do to build the business, and I know that it is within reach of anybody that chooses to do it. There was a point in my last company where, in fact, I wouldn't be with you today right here. I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in today if this one thing hadn't happened in the last company. I was sitting in an auditorium, and the founder of our company was on a big screen, and it was broadcast into a whole bunch of movie theaters across the United States. And I was just sitting in one of those movie theaters, and he put out a challenge that included some rewards. And he said, if you promote to this new position called ambassador, and I'm going to tell you how to do it, you'll be recognized at convention. Well, the moment he announced it, I decided that it was a 90-day promotion, and I had decided there was no possible way that I could ever achieve that in 90 days. My calendar was full. I had no distributors in that part of my group that were working the business. And I had made a decision that right in that moment, as I was sitting in the seat watching Kenny, I made the decision that there's no way that I would ever achieve it. So I decided not to go for it. Well, about 3 weeks went by, and Jimmy Dick and Brian McClure had come to Phoenix, and Steve Schultz was there as well. And Jimmy pulled me aside. This is 3 weeks into the 90 days. And he pulled me aside and he sat me down. He said, Jordan, are you going for this? And I said, no. I said, no way. I said, any chance I had, I'd have to cancel everything on my calendar. I have to move to Chicago. I'd have to do meetings morning, noon, and night. He said, Jordan, you've got an opportunity to do something really big and really special here. Now, this was in a company that's no longer around, but I would not be here today. What had happened was, with 90, probably 100 days left to go in less than that. With 80 days, I don't remember. It was less than 90 days left to go in the promotion. I chose to do it. I canceled everything on my calendar. I moved to Chicago. I made that commitment, and I started doing appointments morning, noon, and night. The only day I took off was Sundays. Took the day completely off on Sundays. And at the convention, I promoted to ambassador, and because my last name is Adler, I was announced as the first ambassador in the company ever, in the whole history of that company. But because of that, it put me into a position that got me recognized, and it got me exposure, and it put me into the top position in the company, which can help you in terms of building your business. So what I'm telling you is that it starts with the decision that you're going to go for it. Like I imagine that some of you on this call, you're thinking about going for it, but you're not really going for it yet. And it starts with just the decision to say, you know what? I don't know whether I can make it. I'm not sure, but I'm willing to make a commitment and give it a go and see what I can actually see what I'm able to achieve. You'll find out that you can achieve a whole lot more than you think you can achieve once you throw your hat over the wall and go all in. And so that was a big defining moment, huge defining moment for me, because I achieved something that was huge that I did not believe was even possible. And today, that's a big part of my life, is to take on goals that I don't believe are possible, and then stepping into them. And I found out that I can do a lot more myself than I thought was even possible for myself. And I would imagine that that's probably the case with most of you. There's probably things that you are worthy of achieving that you don't even know that you can achieve because you've never gone for it. And so there's an opportunity here to go to Cancun, get recognized, have a whole bunch of fun, and have your trip paid for. And you're probably going to get promoted along the way, because if you're helping other people get to manager, you're probably going to help some senior managers, and you're probably going to get yourself promoted. So if you're not a manager yet, remember, this is for people in your manager. When people in your manager code go manager, when they're coded to you as a manager, they go manager, you make 6 points. So that's where the leverage is. You want to be getting those 6 points. So how do you do that? First thing is you got to get to manager. If you're not a manager, get your first 3 personally sponsored distributors with the marketing bundle, get that done, get qualified, get to manager, and then start sponsoring people in your manager group and then helping them get their first 3 people. So right now, I'll tell you where I'm at. I got my 9th point yesterday. I was 6 points, and now I've got 9 because I personally sponsored that couple that owned the gallery. I've got 9. So my goal now is to work with those people, the ones that will step into it, the ones that are committed. I'm going to work with those people to get them to manager, because that's going to make them happy because they get a raise. It's going to make me happy because I get 6 points, right? So I'm going to work towards that. So I've got a woman, I posted this on Facebook. She and her husband, Don and Denise Dennison, they sold me my home on Mount Charleston. Very successful, probably wealthy. I don't know what their financial situation is, but they appear to be wealthy. I don't think they're in this for the money, but they're very, very excited about it. No one's ever showed them network marketing. Nothing. No one's ever showed them because they're probably afraid to approach them. And I said, do you have the Send Out Cards app on your phone, Denise, when we were having breakfast up at the lodge? And she said, no. And I said, well, let's put it on there. I want to show you something. And I showed it to her. It blew them away. I saw her light up, and then she started getting excited, and then her husband got excited. Well, she did her first meeting, and she invited 6 friends, and all 6 of them showed up. Now, this doesn't happen very often, but I go out to their warehouse in Boulder City, and she has 6 of her girlfriends there. They're all, and as soon as we get off this call in 15 minutes or less, I'm getting on the phone with one of the women that was at that meeting to sign her up for Denise, because Denise is on a trip right now. So that's going to be her first distributor. But out of those 6, she's going to have 3 that are going to make her manager. She's going to be excited because it's going to give her a little budge, and she's going to get promoted, and then I'll make my 6 points, and we're both happy. And so my goal is within a few days here, my goal is to add 6 more points to my 9 to make it a total of 15. So in the first month, I'll have 15 points. That's my goal. So you want to set up little goals for yourself and see what you can do. So yeah, I'm noticing I'm getting darker and darker by the minute, huh? I'm turning purpler and purpler by the minute.
More and more purple.
Right now.
You're like that little girl in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes, I'm turning
the blueberries
into a big blueberry.
Just don't pop, okay?
All right. Have you guys ever seen Blue Man Group?
Yes, in Vegas.
Don't I look like one of the Blue Man Group guys?
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what, this gets me so excited that I could pop, and I just, want to reiterate just a couple things that you said that 100%, I've seen for myself whenever I've gone for a contest, which has been every trip that I ever had put before me, had to go. It was like, there is no way they can go without me. And what I learned, same thing you did, Jordan, is you have to decide if you're wiffle-waffle about it, you won't do it. And it's the same with rank advancing. You know, you have to make that decision. And I loved what you said when you first started talking about it. You said, make it a game. You know, and that's what it is. It's a point capturing game. So have fun with it. And then enroll as many other people as you can into the game. So every presentation that you're doing, every handout cards presentation you're doing, slip it in there that we're going to Cancun. Declare it. Make it known. Commit to it. And the more people you tell, you know, the more you're going to believe it, the more kind of like people you have rooting for you, and the more people that get excited and go, I want to go. And so use that as a sponsoring tool. That's leverage for you. And definitely what Jordan said, that as you go for this contest, you know, you're helping to develop managers, you're bringing on new distributors, you're going to rank advance. So the real prize is that you're growing your business and you're going to increase your income.
The real prize is the real prize is all the free food on the cruise.
That's right. It's all inclusive, right?
Nice. Excuse me.
That's so true. So anyways, totally perfect, Jordan. I'm super excited. And how many of you guys, just raise your hands, double hands? Who's going? Not just going to try, but going. Who's going?
Ooh, we're going.
See if you
Tracy.
Yes. Hi. Cool.
Go Nebraska.
I probably would have raised my hands, but I couldn't hear it. My internet's bad.
Just raise your hands, Matt. We know you're going.
All right.
Matt, are you out on the football field or something?
I'm at a Home Depot parking lot, and I'm walking all around the parking lot trying to get a better signal. I can't go.
He's frozen.
Bad over there, apparently.
Awesome.
Matt, it's good to see you, Matt. Good to see you, Tracy.
Can you see Home Depot?
Thanks, Jordan. So we're gonna zoom out of here, you guys, with our weekly challenge. Last week, Tracy issued you guys the challenge to send the big card with your I am statements, goals to yourself and to your sponsor. This week, I'm gonna go right with what Jordan was saying about, you know, ask somebody that other people are afraid to ask. So it's like, go to somebody that you would consider someone you look up to, someone on your chicken list, and a professional. And so earlier today, I sent everybody the phone scripts. There's a whole list of phone scripts for warm market, for professionals, all kinds of things. I sent that out. If you didn't get it, email me, Tracy, Tracy, at positivemail.biz, and I will send them to you. Ask me for the scripts. But there's one script in there. It's a single script, and it's for reaching out to a sales professional. So that's my challenge to each of you. Get outside your comfort zone big time. Think of somebody that kind of makes you nervous to approach, and utilize some form of that script. Infuse it with your own personality. Own the script. Don't try to read. Don't be like a robot. Just use that script as some, you know, impetus to put some words into your brain, to go out and talk to somebody that scares you a little bit. And you know what? The fact that they scare you probably means that they're kind of have some kind of level of success in their lives, that maybe you put them above you in some way. The fact that they're successful means two things. One, you most likely got successful by having an open mind and being kind to other people. Number two, they're successful. Successful people are not opposed to more success. And Jordan just illustrated that. He could just ride on this thing. He could pay his trip 100 times over, but he wants to win it. He's driven. Successful people are driven, and they're gonna be attracted to the fact that there's something exciting going on here.
Yeah,
So,
they know a lot of people, and they're way more likely to see it. Like, you'll be surprised if you haven't done this. The more successful someone is, the more likely they are to see send-out cards and see the value in it.
yeah.
You know, I met with a realtor today for Cheryl in my team here in Vegas. She's on my second level, and I met with a realtor, and the guy's got 17 real estate agents that work for him. He's a real estate broker. And I'm telling you, within seconds of me showing him the video, we hadn't even gotten to the part where he sent the card yet. Within seconds, he was like nodding his head. He goes, I get it. I totally get this. He said, I'll use this like crazy. He goes, I'm thinking about all different ideas. And the guy, he's successful, and but he got it. And that's when you show it to successful people, they understand the principles behind this, and so they get it. So you're way more likely to build a team faster if you're showing it to more successful people than people that are struggling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Jordan. Brilliant.
Great
Hey,
to see
we
you
promised. Brief, brilliant, and gone. So thank you, Jordan. Have a great next meeting.
Jordan.
And we'll see you in
Thank you,
Cancun
Jordan.
if not
All
sooner.
right.
Thank you.
All right. See y'all in Cancun.
Thanks for jumping on.
Have a happy Halloween.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, so you know what? I think this is a wrap. I mean, how can you top that, you guys? So thanks for all being here tonight. You got the challenge. Go talk to somebody that you're a little nervous to talk to this week. And
True.
present, ask, present, ask, present, ask.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you,
It's
Tracy.
Thank you,
Okay.
Tracy.
Thank you all. We'll put this up in the Infinity TeamInfinity YouTube page here in just a few minutes.
Okay. Thank you, Tracy.
Okay. Love you all. Mwah. See you in Cancun.
Bye.
Tracy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.